The secret of the Bone Valley. Beyond the golden palaces and flower-filled gardens, there was a hidden valley where no one dared to enter. People called it the Valley of Bones because under the pale moonlight, strange bone-like figures wandered restlessly. Princess Arya, known for her fearless heart, was deeply loved by her people. But recently, thefts had started increasing in the kingdom, and whispers of the Bone Valley grew louder. While others stayed away, Arya's curiosity pulled her closer. She wanted to uncover the truth. One evening, wrapped in a silver cloak, the princess went with her loyal maid into the valley. While wandering through the forest, she saw four small figures carrying heavy sacks on their backs, heading toward a little house. They wore strange clothes decorated with bones. Arya, hiding behind a tree, watched them. The four went inside the house, and a while later, one came out holding a sword. Startled, Arya panicked and ran back to the palace. She couldn't stop thinking, who were they? Days later, Arya returned. She waited near the house. Soon, the figures left again, disappearing into the woods. Arya hurried inside. The house was messy, and on the dining table sat plates of food they had just eaten. Suddenly, she felt someone was coming back, so she rushed out and escaped. That night in her chamber, she thought deeply. They look like humans, but why dress so dangerously? She promised herself she would find out. A few days later, Arya disguised herself in simple clothes and wandered through the town into the forest. Along the way, she came across a wounded deer. Kneeling beside it, she caressed the poor creature. Suddenly, a boy rushed in, holding a bow and arrow. Arya glared at him in anger. How dare you harm this innocent creature? The boy quietly listened, then bowed and said respectfully, "Forgive me, I wasn't hurting it, I was protecting it. A lion had attacked the deer. I shot an arrow to scare it away and chased it off." Ashamed, Arya apologized. "Please stay here with the deer. I'll bring help." She hurried to the strange house and knocked. One of the small men, a dwarf, opened the door. Arya explained everything, and the dwarf agreed to help. He came out with a small bag of herbs and followed Arya. Together, they treated the deer. When it was done, Arya asked if she could drink water at their house. The dwarf agreed, and the boy came along. Inside, Arya realized the truth. These strange figures were not monsters, but dwarfs. Over water, she began talking with them, and soon, they were laughing and sharing stories. Time flew, and Arya realized it was late, but she had made friends. One dwarf asked, "Who are you really?" Arya smiled. "I am Arya, from nearby kingdom," the boy added. "And I am from the same city." When Arya asked about them, the dwarf sighed. "We are thieves," one admitted. "We disguise ourselves to keep people out of the forest. Long ago, we came to the city for work, but people mocked us and refused to give us jobs. We had no choice but to steal." Arya's heart ached. She left for the palace, lost in thought. That night, her mother, the queen, reminded her of the royal feast. Kings and nobles would attend. At the feast, Arya was shocked to see the same boy now dressed in royal garments. She whispered to her father, "Who is this?" The king smiled. "My dear daughter, he is the prince of a neighboring kingdom, the son of my dearest friend, Arya." And the prince exchanged knowing smiles. But Arya couldn't stop thinking about the dwarfs. She told her father everything. After dinner, the king ordered his guards to bring them to the palace. The dwarfs trembled, thinking their fate was sealed. But the king asked, "If the people allowed you honest work, would you leave behind thievery and fear?" The dwarfs replied eagerly, "Yes, your majesty." The king declared that the dwarfs would live in the city and be given proper work. Soon, the people accepted them. At first, the dwarfs were upset with Arya for revealing their secret. But later, they realized that because of her, they had found a better life and respect in society. The rumors of monsters in the forest faded. The people now walked freely, and the dwarfs were no longer feared, but friends of the kingdom. The lesson of this story is, fear often hides truth. What we see as monsters may just be misunderstood souls. Real courage lies not in fighting, but in understanding, accepting, and giving others a chance to change.